It's often said that the harder you work to achieve something, the greater the reward when you reach your goal. The same could be said of mountains. Hop onto a gondola and ride to the top of the mountain, and the views are simply not as rewarding as if you struggled for hours up steep slopes and along jagged ridge lines. Today, I was proving this theory as I put in maximum effort for ultimate reward on a brutal climb up the stunning More and Stob Binnein. Good morning. Hopefully you can see me. It's a bit dark under here. Today, I'm on my own today. I'll explain more about that later. Back in Scotland, in a beautiful place, on a beautiful day. Just spin you around and show you the view I've got at the moment. It's about 8:30. There's still mist in the valleys as I've been driving along. And I'm just on the side of a beautiful mountain lock. Up in Perthshire today. Doing a mountain that's very well known and has quite a fearsome reputation, More. And along with More, I've instantly forgotten the name of it. Is it Brocken? No, Stob Binnein, of course. Stob Binnein, how can I forget that? So two really exciting mountains. Really looking forward to doing them. Like I say, I'm on my own today. But it is quite a hard walk, so that's potentially a good thing, I think, because it is going to be quite tricky. But yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. The forecast later is for a few showers, but for the first couple of hours it's going to be nice and dry with light winds, so looking forward to that. So I'm just starting off from a little lay-by. Got about half a mile to walk along the side of the road, I think, before we start the proper climb. So yeah, going to set off now, and we'll see you on the way up More. So as you saw, I've parked a little lay-by about half a mile down the road from where the walk actually starts. It mentioned on the guide that there is a little bit of off-road parking at the start of the walk, but it's very limited. You can just see down there just a few cars. So I didn't bother driving down here because it's already full. It's a popular walk, this, but it's a nice easy walk just along the side of the road. There's a little bit of room, a little bit of space, so you do feel fairly safe, even though it's a very fast road, as you can see. So there's a walker up there, so I'm just going to follow him. He was a bit miserable. I tried to say hello to him and he just completely ignored me, but quite unusual for Scotland there, but never mind. So going to head over to them cars, and I think then that's where the path starts properly. So yeah, I'll show you when I get over there and see you on the way up. Puff already. So as you'll have heard me mention at the start of the video, I am on my own today. You've obviously only have seen me. It is quite unusual, to be honest. I've only done 1 or 2 mountains in recent years where I'm not with Michelle and our dog Toby as well. But while we're up here in Scotland, this is our second week of our holiday. First week we were up in Ascent, and about a month ago Michelle sprained her ankle, so she's been struggling with that. And then last week we did More, which was beautiful, but yeah, Michelle really struggled on that one with her ankle, and by the time I got down it was all swollen up and looking really sore, so she decided that was it for the holiday. But she very kindly said to me, you know, feel free to go out and do a walk next week without me, because she knows I've been looking forward to doing some hikes. So she's at home on the couch having a crochet day, doing some crocheting, watching some trashy movies, and she's got a lot of goodies that we picked up from the supermarket yesterday, so I'm sure she'll enjoy a rest day with Toby. Toby, our little dog as well, I'm sure you've seen him on the videos before. He's 12 now, so he did brilliant on our walk last week, but we have noticed he's getting a bit tired these days now. He's getting older, so decided to leave him at home as well with Michelle, so I'm sure he'll enjoy his chill out day. So yeah, I mentioned earlier this is quite a notorious walk. I was almost a bit nervous about it because it is considered one of the toughest routes in Scotland when it comes to not necessarily technicality or length or anything like that, or even height. Just the strenuousness of the path. The word it uses is unrelenting. So I'm currently on some zigzags working my way up, but you can see the path going up there. There's just a few people. It's a stepped path and it's just so steep constantly all the way to the top of Benmore, and then it's steep coming down as well. And then Stob Binnein, the second mountain, is quite similar, so I think there's no easy sections on this walk. It's a very hard walk, so yeah, I'm already puffing a bit. I mentioned in the last video I had COVID a couple of weeks ago, so last week I was really struggling with my energy levels. I am feeling okay now, but it's a tough walk to do when you've just had a few weeks when you've been out of it. So yeah, but looking forward to it, and it's nice being on my own for a change. I do miss Michelle, obviously. I'd rather have her with me, but it's nice being able to go at my own pace and just take my time and enjoy myself. So yeah, so I'm going to carry on up the zigzags. There are quite a few people on this walk. It's a very popular one. It's one of probably the most well-known Munros as well, so it's quite a well-known mountain that a lot of people do. So I'm sure I'll see quite a few people. I've already met one or two walkers. So yeah, so carry it up there into the mist. Hopefully it'll clear by the time I'm up there, and hopefully we'll get some good views on top of Benmore. So I've been walking up the steep section for about 15 minutes, and I can confirm it is brutal. Really struggling. But the good thing about it is you gain height quickly. It's a really good path. It's kind of stepped out. You can see it there going down. But it's just so steep and just as I said earlier, unrelenting. So yeah. But we're getting there slowly. There's a lot of people up there, so I haven't actually walked past anybody yet. They'll be going faster than me. There are a couple I've noticed a bit further down, so they might catch me up at some point. But the views are just opening out. You can just see down there, absolutely beautiful with all the mist hanging in the valleys. So I'm enjoying it, even though it's hard work. So yeah, but like I say, as I'm getting height quickly, the views are really opening out. So look forward to that as I get a bit higher up, and hopefully making up these steps. So it's just coming up to about 10:15, I think. So I've been walking for an hour and a half. I'm at about 700 metres, so making good progress. But it's not getting any easier. In fact, it's actually about to get harder. It gets a bit steeper in a bit, but it's just unrelenting. It's incredible. I think this is the hardest ascent I've ever done on a mountain. It's a brilliant path, to be fair. Nice steps most of the way up. I've just been through a slightly wet, tricky section, but the vast majority of it's been really easy. It's just constant though. I've had a few people overtaking me and they've all said how difficult this path is. So but yeah, the views are beautiful and I'm really enjoying it, just taking lots of little stops on the way up. So yeah, the view's just starting to open out now. A lot of the tops are misty, so hopefully that'll clear by the time I get up onto the top. The kind of it's one of them days where the views are kind of coming and going, so hopefully by the time I get up there there'll be a good view. But I've got to carry on. There's not many places to stop for rest actually. It's just a kind of almost like a single track road, so it's quite difficult to find anywhere to stop, and everything's soaking wet because it rained so much yesterday and overnight. Even though it's beautiful today, the ground underfoot is very wet. But hopefully I'll find a nice stopping space soon, have a little bit of a rest, then push on to the top, which is about 450 metres above me. So I'll see you on the way up there. So you can probably just see on my face, sunshine. For the first time today, I've come out into the sun, which is really nice. Climbing up there, what would be the northwest face of the mountain. So because it's quite early in the day, or it was earlier anyway, the sun's been behind the mountain for the whole way up. So it's been in the shade, but that's a good thing in a way because it's been such hard work, so it's kept me cool at least. But yeah, with the sunshine on me now, it's beautiful. I'm at about 950 metres, about 200 metres to go. And when I get to 1,000 metres, it does level out ever so slightly, which will be a massive relief because this has been really hard work. But really enjoying the views, so spectacular. I'll just spin you around and show you. So down there you can see the river winding its way down. That's Relentless. which is a town that we usually pass through on the way up north, heading up Glencoe. And then as you go up the valley, can't quite see it, but just around the corner I think is Tyndrum, which is a really nice little place as well, where we often stop off. I like buying a whiskey from the Green Welly shop there, so that's a nice place. But yeah, really enjoying the view still. It's absolutely beautiful. The top is clear at the moment. I've just flown the drone and noticed the top was clear, whereas a lot of the other summits, as you can see, are in cloud. So hopefully the summit will stay clear for when I'm up there. So yeah, shouldn't be too long now until I'm on that final pull up to the summit, and probably next time I talk to you I'll be on the top. So I do have some rather alarming news to report. As you can see, it's a beautiful sunny day, but just over my shoulder the view is starting to disappear quite quickly, and that is some quite heavy rain. So I'm really hoping that's going to miss me. But knowing Mal, it's going to get here just to get to the summit. So yeah, you can feel the breeze picking up as well, so it's obviously blowing something in. It was forecast for a few showers, but they weren't forecast till about 2 o'clock, so it's only about 11. But hopefully if it does rain it'll be a quick shower, and yeah, just kind of wrap up for that, and then hopefully it'll clear up again. So I'll carry on, not far to go now. See you on top. Well, I know I said next time I talk to you it'll be on the top, but I've just seen something that I wanted to show you because I don't think I'll be able to see it for very long. Ben Louis has poked its head out of the clouds. That's Tyndrum's mountain, it's often known as. Just down there. Beautiful summit. It's one we wanted to do actually earlier in the year, but kind of things conspired against us, so we never got it done. But it looks fantastic from this angle, so that's really spectacular. Nice to see that just poking out the cloud. That rain's getting a bit closer, but it's still sunshine at the moment, so yeah, hopefully we'll get up there without any rain. So yeah, this time hopefully I'll see you on the top. So I'm almost on the top, but I've just seen something nice. Brocken Spectre. I'll just be able to see it there. Quite rare those. I've only seen a couple in my lifetime, so it's really nice. Just above the cloud, just coming out of the cloud. It's beautiful. Just spin you around there. Look at that. Like a little inversion. It's getting brighter that as well. Try and take a picture of it. Also known as the Glories. Fantastic. So atmospheric. So just a quick push down to the top. So I've made it onto the summit. Just got here, just doing a bit to camera because I'm on my own, which is a surprise. But just in the cloud, but it's just clearing, coming and going. So if I stay up here for a bit, I think I'll get a view. Just gonna wander over to the trick point. There's something kind of a trick point there, you can just see through the cloud. But, whew, what a walk. That has been really tough. Enjoyed it, but yeah, like I said, I think it's one of the hardest ascents I've ever done that. But worth it for getting up here. Look at those views. Just see Ben Louis poking out. That wind's picking up. The rain's held off. I think it's just slid past us, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to head over to the trick point now, have a look, and then hopefully it'll clear and we'll get some nice views. just left the summit of Benmore, so I'm on my way down now into the gap between the two hills. The next one is Stob Binnein, which you can just see. Cloud just landed at the moment, just coming and going. But I had a nice time on top, met a few nice people, had a few nice chats with them. Enjoyed flying my drone as well. When the cloud cleared, it was beautiful. There are a few sketchy bits on the way down. There's just one up there. You can kind of get around the side on a path though, so you have to be careful. I think in poor visibility it'd be quite tricky, but yeah, if you stick to the path you should be fine. So yeah, about a 300-foot drop now, and then back up the other side, so it is quite a pull up there. But yeah, so Stob Binnein is the next goal. So I've made it down into the dip between the two summits. It's hard work coming down there, really steep. I mean, it's called brutal for a reason, this walk. There's no, in fact, the only easy bit I've done is this. About 200 yards of flattish terrain, which is lovely on the knees. But yeah, soon we'll be going back up the other side. So yeah, back up Stob Binnein, which will be a pull. This is where you can take the path off now though, there's just a path there, just see it leading down, so that's the way down. So I go up Stob Binnein, then straight back down the way I've come up, then back down that path. So a lot of people will bail out here, because it is quite imposing when you look up there. It's about a 300 metre climb to the summit, so quite tough. I probably won't do too much filming on the way up, because my battery seems to be struggling a bit today. I've gone through 2 batteries already, I think it's because it's cold. So yeah, I probably won't do too much filming. So I'll probably see you when I'm on the top of Stob Binnein. So I've made it onto the top of our second peak for the day, or my second peak for the day. Stob Binnein. It's been fantastic coming up there. Not quite as difficult as the last one, not quite as steep, an easier path. The views have deserted me again when I've got here. You can see the summit there, but they are constantly disappearing and reappearing, so hopefully if I stay up here for a bit. The wind's dropped, which is really nice. It was really windy coming up the hill, but just kind of got up here and the wind's died, so that's lovely. So I'm going to have a bit of a break up here, and then it's back down the way I've come into the dip, and then going off to the left, different route back down from the two mountains. But yeah, really happy to be on top. It's been a hard day, really difficult, really struggled coming up that last bit, but yeah, nice to be on top now. It's nice and quiet to be, there's just 2 other people on the other side of the top. But yeah, this is a quieter summit than Benmore, I think, so I should have the place to myself for a little bit, I think. So yeah, spend a bit of time up here and then head back down.
So is the video on?
The video's on, yeah.
Oh no, hang on, I can see me.
Yeah, we'll turn it around.
Oh right!
I'll have a nice little video of you, but...
You're gonna go home now and your wife's gonna go, who's that?
Who's this mad Irish woman that you met up on the hill? Looking good.
Down in the dip now between Stob Binnein and Benmore. It wasn't too bad coming down there, not quite as steep as the last one. So yeah, getting a bit tired now though. It's about 2 or 3 miles back to the car, but it's I don't think it's too difficult, just one steep bit, but it's a bit flatter then, so not too bad. But enjoying it still. The weather's stayed clear, which is nice. Like I said, there was forecast for showers, but we haven't had any, so that's good. Kept dry all day, and it's looking like in the distance it looks blue sky for most of the way, so yeah, should be okay. So yeah, just gonna make my way back down now the path. Probably do a little bit of filming because we haven't been down there yet, so I'll show you what it looks like. And yeah, then we'll be back at the car. I keep saying we. I'll be back at the car later. Well, I'm most of the way down now to the valley floor, but this path has been brutal. Use that word a lot today, haven't I? I thought it'd be easier this route, but it's definitely not. It's been very steep and extremely wet and boggy, and because you're going across a slope rather than down it, it's quite easy to slip or lose your footing. I've not been so bad because I've got my poles, but I was following a couple not so long ago, and the poor girl, she just kept going over and she was covered in mud, and I think she'd have been in tears if I had stood behind her, to be honest, so I felt really sorry for them. But we're nearly back at the valley floor now. I'm nearly back at the valley floor. You can tell I'm missing Michelle now. I think it gets a lot easier there, but yeah, you can see up there how steep it is. That's the couple you might be able to see over the shoulder who are struggling. But yeah, I'll be glad to get to the bottom of this valley because my knees are getting really sore now. It's been such a hard walk, but still enjoyed it. But yeah, it's getting a bit weary now. So carry on down here. As you can see, it does flatten out down there, and then there's a quite easy track back through the woods, back to the road. So I've made it back onto a flat-ish track. Don't think I've ever been so happy to see a nice flat piece of ground. Oh, I'm shattered. So it's about a mile long here, then it joins back up to the top of the zigzags that I came up earlier. So, but that no problem going down there, it wasn't too bad. So yeah, it's just a relief to be off that steep ground and out of that wet terrain. It was horrible coming down there, but anyway, it's absolutely beautiful now. You can see just a few clouds around, but it's nice and warm in the sunshine. I'm too hot to be honest in my fleece. So I'm just going to enjoy the walk now, back to the car, chilling out, and yeah, enjoying the last bit of the walk. So yeah, see you back at the car. So I made it back to the car. You can see behind me there. Just come down off the road because it's quite noisy up there. But what a walk that has been. I'm absolutely shattered. But I've really enjoyed it. I've just checked. It says it's 11 miles that I've done. I mean, it said on the walk Highlands 8.5 miles the route. I suppose I have added a little bit because where I parked, that added a mile to it, and I've done a bit of a toing and froing for the camera. But even so, 11 miles and so much ascent and descent. Brutal. I've used that word a lot today, but really enjoyed it though. Fantastic walk. I think if we were to sum it up in a sentence, it will be beautiful but brutal. So thank you for watching the video. I really do appreciate it, especially if you made it all the way through. I know it was a longer video today. If you'd like to like the video and leave a comment, that'd be really helpful. And if you subscribe to the channel, that'd be fantastic. Like I mentioned, usually I've got my wife Michelle with me and their little dog Toby. It's quite unusual I do one on my own, so usually you will see them on the videos. But yeah, thanks again for watching though. Just going to chill out here for 5 minutes, and then it's about a 40-minute drive back to the cottage, and I think a well-earned rest in the hot tub with a whiskey when I got home. So yeah, so thanks again, and we'll see you on our next adventure.